Contrary to what most people think when I say that I do sheep genetics, I don't mean I clone animals like Dolly the sheep. I do quantitative genetics, which is estimating heritabilities and helping farmers work out how to breed a better sheep. There's increasing interest in the sheep industry in joining ewe lambs, so joining sheep at 6 months of age instead of 18 months of age. And there's very variable success rates in the industry, so I'm spending the 3 years of my PhD trying to get a better understanding of what influences early reproductive performance. My route into agriculture is different from most of my peers. I'm a city girl. I grew up in Melbourne, and I was very fortunate that my high school had a small agricultural farm. I think it's the only high school in Melbourne that has a farm attached to it when you're surrounded by the suburbs. Not long after I moved to Armidale, I met a local grazier. Tim has a merino stud and also runs a commercial merino flock, as well as producing a few crossbred lambs and a small Angus cattle herd. One of the first things he said to me was, "It's great that you're studying rural science, Jo." Since I met him back in 2009, I've spent countless hours sitting in the ute beside him, going around the farm, actually learning how to work sheep in yards and gaining knowledge from him the whole time. He started out as the farmer who gave me a foot in the door, gave me a chance, took me under his wing and showed me what it was like to work on a property. Tim made the decision about 12 months ago, probably after listening to me talk about genetics for the last 3 years, that he wanted to go down the route of getting ASBVs for his sheep. When you look at an animal, the way it looks, its weight, its wool, there's 2 parts to it. There's the sort of environmental component, how much it eats, what the temperature's been like, the climate, and then there's genetic component. So that's the bit that's actually in its genes. And so no matter how good an animal looks, it's only the bit that's in its genes that it can pass on to its progeny. And so now the shoe's on the other foot, and after spending years learning stuff from Tim, now Tim's learning from me.